Oh, hey, there we are. I can see myself now.
Hey everybody, welcome to the live stream. This one's a bit of a
Oh,
surprise, but we just wanted to celebrate the fact that the Beyond is out.
yay, the Beyond is finally released.
As you can tell, we've gotten a bit of a all the stress and anticipation from our life, as you all well know from development, is all a little bit more decompressed. We're feeling much better. We're not all in the final stages of getting it out, making sure it gets out on time. But we're all very excited that it's out, and we're happy to have you here with us today. Thank you for joining us for this surprise secret live stream.
Yeah, we're so relieved that it's it's finally out. Now it's launched, so we don't have to launch it anymore.
All right.
Now we're running around to fix little bugs and stuff.
Yes.
We won't talk about that.
Yes. That's on the itinerary for today. It seems like we have a lot of new chatters in the stream, so I think introductions are in order. Andrew, you should go first, of course, because you are the computer lunch.
Sounds good. My name is Andrew. I'm also known as Lunch, and I'm the head game designer at the company. And yeah, I do also do a lot of programming on the game too.
Mhm. Yeah, and without Andrew, there would be no Beyond. So,
Well, we would have done something, yeah.
still, it's all because of Andrew that we are here today, and it's always great to have Andrew on the stream because he's always good at answering everyone's questions, and the transparency is a very good thing to have with everybody, and we appreciate hearing everyone's feedback through
One
these live streams with you.
one day there will be a stream without me. But
Oh,
yes, originally I think 2 years ago we put at the end of the Mars expansion, we said Beyond coming soon, and we just put that in because we were like, okay, we should have something up there to hype people up for something new, and then it just stayed there for like 2 years, and people kept saying like, when is this coming? What's going on? When is it coming out? And we kept delaying it. And then finally, we got around to actually working on it, and it took about 8 months to finish the thing that you're playing right now. But we have big plans for its future also.
mm-hmm. It's definitely built up some anticipation. So I know, thank you everyone for all of your patience. It's really helped propel us forward with the development of the Beyond. Just all of your excitement and anticipation and expectations and everything. We wouldn't be able to have done all of this without you and your support. So that's why we're doing a fun special live stream for you today because we wanted to do something fun to celebrate before our team goes on a bit of a break. We'll give you all the 411, the lowdown of everything that's happening with that. But first things first, we just wanted to start off with saying, yay, the Beyond is out. For anyone who doesn't know, though I'm sure everyone who is in the chat is already aware that it came out. It was officially released last Wednesday, so a week ago from today.
Did Yeah, did people see like how many people actually were part of the black hole event and actually clicked on the black hole? Because it was only open for about 3.5 days. I think you had to get 500 million clicks. So we were really surprised how fast everyone opened it. It took we started rolling it out on Monday, and then by Wednesday evening, it was out, and everyone had clicked enough. So well, someone did 25,000 clicks.
Yeah.
Did you do them all by hand, or did you use auto clicker? We
Yeah.
we had
I want to know who here used auto clickers.
yeah. I think those are legit. You're allowed to use auto clicker. We needed all the clicks we could get
Yes.
to to get it out. And some people may have noticed it is a lot of work clicking, so we tried to make it a little sweeter. So there was like a small chance that you'd get Darwinium cubes. So we programmed it so you had a 1 in 100 chance of getting one Darwinium cube every time you clicked. But that means after about 10,000 clicks, you would get 100, and then we capped it at 100. So I think some people noticed they stopped getting cubes after a while.
Yeah, but I think it was a really special treat, especially because in the past when there was the rock event for Mesozoic Valley, we didn't have the Darwinium. There was just the excitement factor. So having something in addition to that felt special.
Yeah, we wanted to make it really special because, well, everyone's been waiting so long for the expansion, and it's kind of like as the anticipation grew, we also were like, oh no, it's got to be good. We have to make this thing special. So we tried to hype it up on social. We might have hyped it up a little too much. I think some people were like, what? Why isn't it out yet? But we wanted to make the black hole kind of a special thing, and we just got the visuals like a few days before the event. So if you're a beta tester, you've been testing for like a couple months and you've seen kind of it change. But that whole black hole thing, we just threw that in like 2 or 3 days before launch. And luckily, our head artist, our director, is like really good at particle effects in Unity, so he did a great job getting that like black hole to look really sweet.
Oh yeah, it was so cool every time I clicked on it, and then the stars would just like flutter around into the black hole. It was so pretty. I liked it a lot.
And someone else is commenting the AMA. So we did have. If you're in the Discord, you might have got pinged about an AMA with the black hole. So we had someone who was the black hole answer questions and acting kind of mysterious. So I hope if you didn't get a chance to ask the black hole questions, you can read their AMA in the Discord. I think it's like Event Horizon AMA.
Yeah, that was a great event as well. We try to keep the Discord as active as we can. It would be great to get some contests going again because I know we put some contests on hold so we could solely focus on the development for the Beyond. But now that the Beyond is out, if people are interested in doing some contests, Discord exclusive or on social, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear back from you. So, also with all those things said, I think it'd be great to just dive right into what we got planned for today. First things first, we wanted to just say thank you to everyone because of such a successful launch date on on Wednesday last week. We were actually at the top of the list on Steam for new and trending. That
Oh yeah, not only did we launch it, but we actually had a good launch, a successful launch.
Yes.
So we were lucky enough. So if you play most people play on mobile, Android, iOS, but we have a bunch of Steam players too, and it's been in early access for like 3 years. We were just kind of sitting in early access. We're like, should we leave early access or just stay in early access? But Adita and Sir H, the head Discord mods, were like, you should really leave early access. Like, why are we even in early access? We've been out forever. But the cool thing is when you leave early access, it actually like tells Steam that like, oh, it's a new game coming out. So we get a bunch of like you get like some marketing buzz around the game. And so when we left early access, it just got tons of new players that came in on the Steam version. And that pushed us up to new and noteworthy or new and trending on Steam. And I think we're still on new and trending, but for the day or two it came out, we were up there, which is awesome because all these new people that don't even know what the game is get to check it out. And then there's some players that don't like playing early access games. They want to make sure the game is like completely finished. So those people that have been waiting, they can finally try the game.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm one of those players as well, I would say. Unless if there's a game that I'm really, really excited about, I don't usually want to play an early access game. But it just feels like it's an extra layer of polish and on all the hard work that our team has been doing. So it feels really good that on top of celebrating the Beyond, we're also celebrating this early access step or chapter in our game development lives. So just
Yeah. You'll notice the graphics are different now. So this is the last time we changed the graphics was with the Mesozoic Valley, but this is really a new season. We're going into space. So Olga, who does a lot of the graphics, she did a whole new look for it, and you can see it right there.
yeah,
It's got a little bit of an eclipse underneath the tree.
that banner right there is all Olga.
Yeah.
She went through many iterations and it turned out beautifully. We're all very proud of the work that she's done. So, thank you again, everyone, because we've had a successful launch. We wanted to share with you again what the patch notes are. I mean, I'm sure you've all read them, but I'm sure that you also have some questions about what new features are in it, and if there's anything that we haven't touched on that you read and were like, huh, well, that's strange, I don't know fully what that's about or anything, now's your time to shine and let us know what you think. We're going to be doing a little bit more of an informal stream than we usually do. We won't have like the whole Q&A session solely at the end of the show. Feel free to ask any questions at all about the expansion, about patches. We're first going to go into patch note review about the Beyond, and then we're going to talk about some upcoming patches that we have planned for bug fixes. So,
yeah. Let's take a look at the patch notes.
yeah.
And Sheila 12 asks, "Are you guys going to make Steam cards?" So we have achievements, but Steam cards are like another collectible. I'm not sure if we can do Steam cards because our game's free. But now that it's out of early access, I have to double check because it would be cool to get those Steam trading cards in there.
That would be really cool. All right, so I have here pulled up the patch notes that are on Steam. Let us know if you've already read through these patch notes, but for anyone who hasn't, we'll just quickly go through the features. So the first one that we have pulled up here is a new bubble universe. I'm sure many of you already know that the Beyond is similar to Mesozoic Valley in that it takes place in a different area of the game. It has its own separate bubble universe that isn't where the gameplay isn't quite the same as the main simulation. And
yeah, totally. Yeah. So we actually originally our dream was actually to have the whole game in one giant scene, like have everything like dinosaurs, the mammals, and like the technology and space all in one scene. But we ran into technical limitations where the game just can't contain all that stuff in one environment. So we do have to load you to a different world. So as Emily was saying, with the dinosaurs, we load you into this kind of bubble universe or this other scene. And because we wanted space to be really expansive and really explore it in great detail, that we decided it's better to have its own complete space. So you load into that new environment.
Yeah. But even though it would be great to see everything all pinned together in one spot, I do think that having a bubble universe. Sorry, there are sirens going off outside in my backyard of New York City. But I think having a bubble universe allows us to be able to delve more into deeper information that we might not have been able to have the freedom to explore on the main simulation. Like we can have all these different trait cards for each individual planet and its moons. And being able to have access to that information in this game feels really awesome. And I know I've learned so much about space just being able to work on this game and play it multiple times whenever our team did play testing together.
Yeah, and putting it in a new universe gave us a lot of opportunities to illustrate some really interesting concepts. So you'll notice in this picture of the tree, because the tree in the Beyond only focuses on planets and celestial bodies, but we decided like the main game, the tree kind of goes upward from the beginning of life, and then the dinosaurs, it kind of like branches out in this direction. But in the space tree, the Beyond, we were like, we really want to tell the story of like how long it takes light to travel from the sun. So in this concept of distance away from the sun is kind of a unifying this concept that all these objects have. So we got to grow the tree from left to right, and as you rank up in the Beyond, you get further and further out into space. And to be able to dedicate the tree to that concept, I think is a nice look, and it just looks really cool. We got the sun rays kind of radiate from that core line in the center. So you're as you play, you're like pushing the sun further out.
Yeah, it's so cool. But speaking of radiating out further into space, that's another big feature that is a part of the Beyond that I think is incredibly special and near and dear to many of our hearts, because everyone has touched it and made it a part of the game that has made it so special. The space garden that we have in the game, the gardens are a big component to Cells. It's what breathes life into it, and being able to see all the planets out in the space where we don't get to see them every day, but we've heard stories about them and everything, and being able to interpret it in a way that is special to Cell to Singularity finally realized in the game is so cool. And I love this part of the game, being able to click on planets and see where they are in the solar system. Uh, Sometimes I'm like, where's Sedna again? And then I just zoom out, and being able to find planets that I hadn't heard of before we started development on this is really cool. And it
Yeah,
means a lot to me.
yeah, this was, I think, for me, like one of the main reasons we wanted to do space, because if you go to like NASA's website, or there's a few other of these solar system viewers where you can see all these planets and see the distance, and it's really fascinating to see kind of a map of the solar system. And that was like the opportunity to kind of build our own in Cell to Singularity. It seemed like kind of a fun idea, and also challenging. It was challenging to do, but we also felt like we could do it because we had these great camera systems with the dinosaurs. So it uses a lot of the same code that the mammals and the dinosaurs do. Like when you tap on a planet, the camera like zooms in. So we had a lot of like the groundwork to do the cameras, and then we worked with this pretty good programmer that helped us do the orbits. So we were able to get the orbits like basically as close as we could without going super crazy detail. So it was really fun to make a model of the universe. And even as we go on, because this is like we do want to go further deeper out of space, so we're really excited about kind of completing this model of the galaxy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I see that there is someone in the chat saying that they're having trouble unlocking the asteroid belt. It sounds like that could be a possible bug.
Yeah, so there's probably, if people are experiencing issues unlocking something, there's two possible. If you were a beta tester, you might want to try to reset your beyond progress. So we added a new option in the options menu that you can reset the beyond progress. That'll reset all your beyond progress. If you were a beta tester and you wanted to play the beyond from the beginning, or if you're having some weird bug as a beta tester, I would recommend resetting your beyond progress. However, for that specific person, I'm curious if they were a beta tester, because we are having some reports of some issues, and we're trying to work those out. But yeah, for beta testers specifically, if you are experiencing weird behavior or you want to restart, there's a new option in the options menu at the bottom to restart your beyond progress. Okay, that person's saying yes, they are. Okay, yeah. So I would try, if you are the beta tester, yeah, try that new option. It's on Steam. If you're in the Beyond, go to the bottom of the options, reset your Beyond progress. I know it sucks. You'll have to start from the beginning, but it should clean your save so it works well.
Mm-hmm. Great. Yeah, I mean, I know that there are a couple bugs that have popped up in the Beyond. That these things happen in development, and it's usually pretty anticipated. So we have some measures that we're dealing with right now, and taking priority of the biggest bugs that we've gotten reports from. So we'll delve into that some more when we're finished with the patch notes. So if anyone else is having trouble with bugs, let us know so that we can keep it in our records.
Yeah, we're definitely working on the bugs. I actually, after the stream, we're trying to get another patch out to fix a few minor things. But overall, there are not too many bugs in the Beyond. So, and that's what we've been beta testing for over 3 months. So we really appreciate all the people that are testing. I think we reset the game like 10 times. So if you're a beta tester and you played through the entire beta and got reset 10 times, you could have earned like 1,000 Darwinium, because we gave you free cubes every time we reset. But it took us a long time to get all the kinks out. So really thank you if you were beta testing. It really helped make the experience for all the players that are playing now. I think we had over 200,000 new players come in, and so their experience is going to be a lot smoother because of all the testing and feedback that people have been giving. So thank you so much for helping out with that.
Yes, definitely. I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, I know that we've had a couple delays, and that has been frustrating, and I understand that. And while we didn't want to delay the game, one reason why one reason why this launch has been so successful is because of prioritizing beta testing and making sure that everything was running as smoothly as possible with development. So thank you again, everyone, and we hope you're having a fun time playing with the Beyond.
Another person was mentioning translations. So translations are another thing that like we're hoping to improve over time. We did have a number of our translators that have helped out with other expansions. They helped out with this one, but I know Polish is. We're getting a lot of reports that the Polish translation is really bad.
Yes.
We don't have a Polish translator, so that is one of the reasons why. But we're looking to get one and get some help with that. So if you have any translation experience and are Polish, send us an email at computer lunch. And then in general with translations, we kind of improve them over time. So if they are pretty bad right now, we apologize, but we're going to be working on them over the next couple weeks and months to just get them better and better with every update.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if anyone wants to apply to be a translator for us in any of the areas that we need to improve in, or if you have any bug questions or reports, please email us at lunch@computerlunch.com. I have it posted in the chat for you.
Oh, we got Playmore inside is saying they can't reach level 10 Alpha Centauri. Hey, Playmore. Playmore does a lot of videos for the game, so we always like to see the coverage Playmore does on YouTube. But yeah, right now, so it's true. So you can't really, some of the high level achievements cannot be achieved because once you get to rank 17, that is the end, and we need to make more ranks to go further. We are either going to lower the requirement for those achievements so players can get them, or we might remove that achievement for now because there's not enough content to get that. So it's a little bit of a cheap, you can't get that achievement. So I'm sorry.
It's all good. Just got another thing to work on. We're always busy here at Computer Lunch. But speaking of busy,
what else is in this patch?
Leveling up your simulation will keep you busy with some new trait cards and upgrades, and even a new mission system with astronomy missions, which helps level up your simulation and its progression. So take it away, Andrew.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, if you've played the dinosaur section, there are a lot of similarities, like you're collecting cards and ranking them up. This screenshot here shows we did a lot of extra work on the animation side. So with the Beyond, we really wanted all the production to be like a little higher because the expectations were so high. So we spent just taking some of the core concepts that were working and tried to really polish them up. So when you unlock one of the stars in the game, you'll notice a lot more attention put into the animation to make those sequences just feel really polished. But yeah, in the game there's so many. I don't know how many of these cards. I think there's like 70 enhancement cards, two cards for each celestial body. And what you're looking at here is one of the epic cards, the Speed of Light, which affects all production. Those are a little challenging to get, but they get randomly dropped. So those are really awesome.
It always feels special whenever I get one of those cards. I think just because being able to recognize the border and seeing that fill into the cutscene, I'm like, oh, which one did I get? And I'm always excited to see it revealed.
Yeah, they're much more rare, but and then we also changed this so like you're more likely to get them on the rank up. So when you rank up a universe, I think you're much more likely to get rare and epic cards than when you complete a mission. So when you do the universe rank up, it's just you have a much higher likelihood of getting them than that. We wanted to make it feel like really special when you rank up the universe, so you get a lot more prizes, you get more dark matter, so when you start the new rank you're just kind of loaded with like new stuff.
For sure, yeah. And with the astronomy missions, those are a new mechanic to cells that fleshes out the Beyond in a way that feels different from the main simulation and keeps it really engaging, whether it's online or offline. And there is another mechanic that reminds me a lot of that because whenever we've done playtesting, there have been two mechanics that really always stood out to me. That was the astronomy missions and the constellations. So, as I'm sure a lot of you know, just from some gameplay, if you've reached, is it level 2 or level 3?
The constellations unlock at the beginning of level 3.
Level 3.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people here have reached level 3, but if you've reached there, then chances are you've gotten your first star bit and you've put it towards a constellation. Probably your favorite zodiac constellation, or one that is a little bit smaller so you can get your first upgrade. That's the method I recommend personally. Like going for Libra is usually a good one. But this is a really cool mechanic that feels so unique because it has its own little nursery where you can see all the constellations completed. And once they are complete, you can enjoy some custom illustrations that show what the constellation is about. So it's a little bit more artistic compared to the tree, I would say, in a little bit of a different way, but they both work really well together. And it feels special seeing them combined and working together.
Yeah, we wanted to show kind of the human element of stars because, like, the constellations are humans. Like, looked at the sky and they saw these patterns. Um, it's really special when you complete a constellation, you get to see the illustration. So it's quite a reward. We didn't get around to it, but I in the future, because we have all the stars in the sky in the solar system view. So in the future, we're actually going to try to light up the stars in the galaxy view that you've unlocked. So as you unlock, like Taurus, you'll see that constellation start to get linked up on the solar system view.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be a feat, but I'm excited to see that flesh out.
Yeah.
We do have some plans for the Beyond and stuff, but we're not going to share all of them just yet.
Oh, right. Can't tell them that. Can't tell everybody everything yet. But this turned out really cool. And again, like we tried to, we wanted things to be as realistic as possible. So this is all, even though it's astronomy and like, you can't predict the future of astronomy, probably not. But we thought these were an interesting constellation group to unlock, and all the positioning of the stars is exact. And we even have a lot of the names of the stars in there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for some reason, I never sat down and thought, like, what are the names of the stars and the constellations in our sky? But now I have a much better understanding of that, and it feels good.
Yeah, there's a lot of names. I don't know. Ryan, our programmer, really wanted the star names in there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's adding that much, but I'm glad they're in there.
I like it personally. And here are also some additional features. We have a list here for you. Uh, we can read it out loud, or we can just leave it up for you. But I don't know how many people really want to hear about the bug fixes right away. But those are the main features that we have that we want to showcase first and foremost.
Oh yeah, we also got, like, you join Semblance as she shares her thoughts on research. So we wanted to try to make the story a lot more special in this expansion. So when you unlocked the black hole event, we had a cutscene that we spent a little more time on to try to tell the story of, like, why Semblance is going out into space. Like, she understands that our sun might not be around forever. So it actually is important that we explore space and maybe give ourselves an opportunity to bring life to another planet. So we wanted to give the player some context there, and then also making the universe, the prestige, a lot more interesting. We tried to add a little bit of story in between each of those cutscenes that kind of talk about what you might be exploring next. So you might be going to Jupiter, you might be going further out, and Semblance gives a little commentary on that.
Yeah, I think those little bits in between really help flesh out some of the universe and all these feelings and goals that Semblance is trying to figure out. And I know that we have some ideas of where we want to go some more with fleshing out the story in the future. But again, that'll happen in a future update. So what is Semblance up to? Who knows? You have to keep playing to find out.
What else is in here? Let's see. Oh yeah. Achievements. So there's over 70 achievements to unlock. Those I think unlock when you rank up a planet to rank 5 and 10. Someone already brought up that some of the later achievements, like Alpha Centauri, it is kind of impossible to get it to rank 10. So, and that is true. We need more content after that, but we'll probably lower the requirement. So just don't kill yourself to get that achievement because it might be impossible right now.
Oh, okay. So I mean that pretty much wraps up what the big things are in the game. There are plenty of little things that we could go into, but I'm sure that a lot of you've been exploring those and figuring those out for yourself in the game. So again, if anyone has big questions for us, please let us know. We'd be happy to hear anything that you have to share with us. Some input or feedback or big game breaking or questions or some bug reports. We want to hear it all. I see some people are asking about the code, so patience, it's okay. It's coming. I promise. It's coming up real soon. But first things first, we wanted to just talk a little bit more about the bugs. So, Andrew, I know we have a couple bugs on our list that we're keeping an eye on and working towards fixing in an upcoming patch.
Yeah, I think the main ones right now is there are a bunch of players that are experiencing a weird bug with the Jupiter rank. I think it's rank 5. They can unlock the moons of Jupiter before they complete the mission, and then it's like restarting the number of moons. So if you're experiencing that, just we're trying to fix it, but just try to kind of plow through it. It might slow your progress down a little bit. So that's something we're working on.
Mm-hmm.
There was a.
I know we also have a redeeming codes bug where it doesn't seem to be working in the Beyond scene.
Oh, right. Yeah, this is very important for later when you get the code that Emily's going to share with you. So, right now, the Darwinium code is not working in the Beyond unless you're on the newest version, which is 10.7. So, just the way to solve it is just don't like use the code in the main scene, not the Beyond scene.
Yes. So when you get this special Darwinium code for more cubes than usual, make sure that you do it in the main simulation if you're not updated to the latest one. We also have some players have been getting a little greedy and getting some infinite dwarf stars. I ran into this during play testing, so I admit I'm in that list, but that is something that we'll also be working on.
Right, yeah. So I think on launch, you could just watch ads to get a Dwarf Star loot box again and again and again. And we really want that cap to you can only get 2 every 4 hours. So you won't be able to do that anymore. So you gotta wait. Gotta wait to open those.
Yes, please. There's also Android players can't seem to get a 4-time multiplier for the golden asteroid. So we know that's an issue, and that is also one of the top bugs on our list to fix as soon as possible.
Yeah, in fact, if you just update your game on the Android store to 10.7, that bug has been fixed. So again, players were watching an ad for the golden asteroid, and it was not 4x timing their production, but that's been fixed now.
Mm-hmm. Sweet. And just a side note, this isn't a bug fix, but just a fun feature to add in based on popular demand. The 100 times buy button is coming back. Woohoo!
Yeah, so some people noticed that we removed the 100x, and like we're not buy 100. We were trying to we have so many different buy modes, so we're trying to make like removing one buy mode might make it a little less tedious to switch. So we removed it, but a lot of people really wanted the 100x buy mode back in, so that should be back into the latest patch.
Sweet. And we are aware that there are some other bugs going on as well. So we'll be staying updated with those. Our top priority is polishing it up and fixing any bugs that are coming up and causing players issues with their gameplay. So again, if you are experiencing a bug that we haven't mentioned just now, let us know in the comments, and we'll add it to our list.
Yep, and we're always looking at the forums, and also we see all the emails that go to lunch@computerlunch.com.
Yes. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining us with the patch notes and for hearing us out on some of our own experiences and what's going on our end. I think all of you have been waiting long enough to find out what the special code is. I think in the vein of our live streams, you probably want to guess what the code is. It's a little bit different compared to the other codes that we have. It's a little bit longer, but I think it's pretty predictable what it could be. Maybe a couple of you have already put it in and found out what the code is. Hint, it's all caps. If that wasn't already obvious.
I don't think anyone's gonna guess this one.
Okay.
It's like easy, but it's kind of arbitrary. So
it's got numbers in it.
This will give them a clue. It's like the first part is beyond.
Yes, the first part is beyond. The second part has numbers. This point, this isn't a clue. We're giving it away.
Beyond for life. That's a good one.
Oh, that's a cute one. I should have done that. Oh, that's a good one. I dig it.
Release. That's funny. Quasar. Oh,
surprise!
That's awesome.
That would have been a good one.
Beyond right. 1, 2, 3.
I love it.
almost. Oh, beyond 311.
All these codes are way better than mine.
Oh, they got it.
Ah, someone got it.
Yeah.
Beyond 2021.
41.
That is the year we live in right now, folks.
Yes. So everyone remember, like, you should probably try to redeem this code in the main scene. There is, for older versions, there's an issue right now. If you redeem codes in the Beyond, they're not working yet. We're fixing that. So just make sure you're in the main scene when you use this redeem code.
Mm-hmm. And again, that is Beyond 2021, all caps. It looks like some people already put it in and found out that it's for 50 Darwinium. So we hope you enjoy. This is a special celebration code. And if your friends missed the live stream, we're going to be putting this code on social within the next week. So tell them to keep an eye out on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook because it's going to be on there. So we wanted to just share something special with all of our players and give them a chance to indulge a little bit in some Darwinium while they play.
Yeah, we thank everyone for just being patient for us to finish it, and thank you so much for playing it.
Yes.
And
again, it would. I feel like I'm a broken record, but but seriously, like without all of you, this would not have been possible. And all those days of going into the office and working really hard on the Beyond, we wouldn't have been as driven as we have been if it weren't for all of you. And I just want to keep saying that and shouting it from the rooftops because our players, our universe architects, are the reason why Cells is so cool. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah, it's very motivating to have someone email us and be like, hey, can you fix this thing? Or like, hey, I'm really excited, or just being like, thank you for making the game. It does mean a lot to us, and it reminds us why we're working on it. So we're very happy that it's out now and that people can finally play it. So.
Yes. So that pretty much wraps up our live stream. If there's anyone else who has any questions, let us know. We have time to answer a couple questions, though I know Andrew is very busy with bug fixing, and we are going to be getting ready to just do a little bit more celebrating later in the week. So keep an eye out for that on social as well. For anyone who doesn't know how to put in the code on Android and Steam, if you go to the hamburger menu in the top right corner and scroll down the menu, there's a redeem code option. And from there, you can input the Beyond 2021 code. If you are on iOS, unfortunately, due to Apple policy, we cannot have a redeem code option in the game. But if you do have access to Steam, you can use our cloud save system to input this code into Steam and then bring it back into your iOS save. So I know it's a bummer, but that's the best we can do.
Super hack.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if there is anyone who has any questions. What languages do we need translators for?
I mean, I know Polish is pretty bad.
Polish is number one.
Yeah, again, like if you want to help, email lunch at computer lunch. Nisa, who's coordinating that, she has to kind of give you a little test because like not everyone is at the level to translate it. So
we do a hiring process.
Yeah, so but if you do have some experience in translating Polish, yeah, and are interested in helping, please email lunch at computer lunch.
Yes. And if we do need some other translations that are bumped up in priority in the future, we'll be communicating about that in our next live stream.
Justin Beaver asks, will you add more constellations? If so, I recommend Ulcer Major and Ulcer Minor. Bears are the best. Yeah, we do want to add more constellations. We started off with just the 12. We do want to add more. So that is on our list of things to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've gotten a lot of requests for that. So there's lots of additions that we would like to add to the Beyond, and that is one of them.
Someone's saying Portuguese needs, I guess a lot of languages need some work, so we're working on them. So thanks for playing even though very poor translations in some languages.
Okay.
Onion King or Onion Knight 88 says, any reports of higher power usage with the latest update? It seems like my battery is taking more than usual. Yeah, so the Beyond is a bit more demanding, especially in the garden. Especially once you've unlocked a lot of the other planets, just because we're rendering all these orbit paths at the same time. One of our programmers is actively working on optimization for that, so we're hoping to release a optimization pass that will improve the battery usage and the frames per second on that, because we want to get it nice and fast for all the phones. But it's a little choppy when you start unlocking everything.
Knowledge is power, after all. It looks like someone asked if we have any plans to improve the main scene. We do have some plans to expand the human tech tree, especially in terms of astronomy. So I know that's on our radar as well once we're ready to start developing more new content again. And it looks like you're a first-time chatter, but I guess then you missed our... potentially missed our live stream. I believe it was about a year ago now, where we shared that we were developing some concepts to change the human technology garden, the civilization garden specifically, and that's been put on the back burner so that we could focus on the Beyond. But I mean, we'll be trudging it back up, and if it's looking like we'll be getting back into development for that, we'll share some behind the scenes stuff on our live streams.
Yeah, and Playmore asks a suggestion: make it possible to start the app in the Beyond, so you don't have to switch from the main Beyond every single time you log in. Yeah, I think that's a really cool idea. Kind of if you're like in the Mesozoic Valley and you close the app, the next time it would open up in the Mesozoic Valley, or if you're in the Beyond, it just stays where you are. Actually, our team has talked about that a little bit. So once we get another quality of life patch, that would be a really cool feature. Do other people think that's a good idea? Like if you're in the Beyond, you close the app, it just brings you right back to the Beyond, so you don't always have to go through the main simulation.
That could be a pretty cool feature, though I don't know how that would work after after you've completed most of the Beyond and you're still working in the main simulation if you're a newer player. So I wonder how that would translate.
Yeah, we wouldn't want people getting lost.
Yeah.
They're like, where am I? How do I get back to the main simulation?
Oh no. We have someone asking, will we get more moons for Saturn and Uranus in the future? That would be really cool. I know that was a concern of ours when we were developing originally, but They have a lot of moons.
Got a lot of moons.
Jupiter also has a lot of moons, and it's a lot. And one reason why the Beyond is a bubble universe is because there's a lot of content that would severely lag the main simulation. So unfortunately, we have to kind of prioritize what information we think is the most interesting and will resonate most with our players. If we do get popular demand from players saying they want a specific moon in the game, then we would look into that. There's also some people asking about the roadmap and when we'll be updating that. We will be updating that in the near future. I personally want to make it my goal to update it before the end of the year. So keep an eye out for that on our socials as well.
Yeah, I'm excited to cross off some of the items on the roadmap.
Yes,
So.
yes, we all are. I think it'll be very satisfying to see that change.
Yeah, I love our roadmap. We have the best roadmap because it looks like the tree in the game.
It does.
So
it looks so good. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think ending on an updated roadmap is a great way to end this show. So keep an eye out for all of that fun stuff, guys. We have some things coming your way. Lots of polish, lots of fun things. And again, thank you so much for tuning into this live stream. I think we have one more live stream planned before we head into 2022. So we look forward to celebrating going into the new year with you. And what a better way to do that than with the Beyond in tow. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys soon.
Mm-hmm. All right. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
We hope you have a good one. And yeah, keep playing and stay cellular.
Okay, bye. Stay cellular.